Ladies and gentlemen, introducing our fighters. Fighting out of the blue corner, he hails originally from Thailand. He now fights out of Gym Chaosok, Muay Thai, Perth, Western Australia. At 29 years of age, his record stands at 157 wins, 24 losses and 1 draw. This is the Thai fight champion legend, Payak, Samui, Luk Chow Patong Tom. His opponent in the red corner is trained by Jeremy Keeping and Richie Elliott, fighting out of Rikers Gym in Adelaide, South Australia. He's 33 years of age and his record stands at 30 wins, 11 by KO, 4 losses and 1 draw. He has a 4th degree black belt in karate and taekwondo. He holds a PhD in psychology from Adelaide University. He's a WA KO 8-man K1 champion, an Alpha Series 8-man K1 champion, an IKBF Australian and Commonwealth champion. This is Matthew the Package Stevens. Ladies and gentlemen, the fighters will now seal the ring.
And a long list of accomplishments for both fighters, Matthew Stevens and Payak Samui. A very interesting matchup here. You'd think sometimes you were saying Samui's like the monster under the bed of most of these fighters, but really he's facing Matthew Stevens, who has taken on all challenges and won by the looks of things.
Yeah, both here and overseas, Matthew Stevens, he's a bit of a phenom, and his style does cross the codes. He's really good with the hands and mixes up well in the Muay Thai scene as well. I'm interesting to see how these two match up. Payak Samui, well, he did a lot of his more recent fighting on the Thai fight promotion in Bangkok, which is a big celebration of a lot of veterans such as Senchai. And they'll fight international opponents. The royal family gets behind it over there, and most of his fights have been in Kad Chuak, which means to bind the fist in ropes. So he's been fighting with ropes wrapped around his wrist, and he's been knocking them out left, right, and center. Made the switch and the big move over to Chaosok Muay Thai in recent years up there in Western Australia. Chaosok Muay Thai, one of the more accomplished gyms, and has celebrated a lot of success recently. Shannon Gardner only last weekend picking up a prestigious Rebellion Muay Thai title, and she's a world champion to boot in WBC. IFMA world champion. Jordan Gonfredson recently retired also from Chaosok. So they've got an incredibly strong stable up there, and adding a veteran like Payak Samui to the ranks will really strengthen them, and some great training partners for him to get him ready for this fight. The 158th time that Payak Samui's performed his white crew. That's a fair amount of time spent in the ring. Matt Stevens, he's almost gone perfect. This will be his, he can get his hand raised here tonight. Not only will he be crowned the SEC Australian Super welterweight champion, but it'll be his 34th win, only 3 losses from Matt Stevens. We're about to get underway as
your referee,
referee room brings them together.
Okay, touching glove. Okay, go, partner. Thanks.
You can see that Matt Stevens looks like he's been spending his money wisely at Chemist Warehouse, because he's turned up looking like a Greek statue. The old veteran not looking too out of shape either. So he's come here.
And again, we know that they like to start off slow, just calculated, making sure it's almost like a warm-up, as you said earlier tonight, Matt, to make sure that everything's in check. We're not expecting fast and furious just yet, but we know as the rounds go on, we're going to pick up speed to get into that gear.
Yeah, that's correct. Look, well, there's a formula that works when you're taking on a tricky Thai veteran, and that's to get in their face early, straight from the first round. Payak Samui a little bit different in that a lot of the fights that he's been doing of late have been over the 3-round format. So Thai fight fought over 3 rounds. It's the rise of entertainment brand Muay Thai and Thai Highlanders gaining momentum. A big right hand just stumbles back Payak Samui. He's got some real power. Oh, look at that left kick from Payak Samui, but Matt Stevens returns favour. Inside leg kick, spreads the base. The right hand gets the attention of Payak Samui. Just brings that one from the depths of hell, Gino.
Yeah, Samui's just trying to work out what the game plan here is for Stevens, and so far Stevens is staying focused, is watching everything that Samui's doing, but Samui's just in his own head, doing his own thing, and happy to see this round out early.
Matt Stevens, beautiful tight boxing on the inside. Jabs and then comes around the rear glove with the left hook. Kicking low early as Matt Stevens. Hard one too. Just everything that he throws has got real bad intentions on it, the South Australian. Of course, nothing that Payak Samui hasn't seen before as he goes and returns favour with the left hook of his own, scores with the left kick. Hard check, and it looked like, to me, it looked like Stevens just collected the knee with his foot there, but look at that. Thread the gap between the knee and the elbow, straight to the liver with the left shin of his own.
Yeah, some nice points being scored early here by both men. Again, just taking their time to work each other out. A couple of nice shots there, and as you said, some inside kicks from Samui as well. Left Stevens a little bit rattled, but so far so good for both men. A nice little leg sweep there back.
Yeah, it's a good sweep. Look, the kick still scores. So the kick from Samui was worn hard on the body from Stevens, and the sweep probably just neutralises that exchange. It shows dominance, and certainly being because he got a master's in psychology, you have the psychological advantage over his opponent after that, and a right swing and a miss from Payak Samui, and a left kick right on the bell to see out the first.
Well, hopefully Stevens can help the both of us out with that psychology degree after this, but a great first round by both men, some good point scoring, and just some great Muaythai. You know, it's something that we were speaking about earlier. Often we see the guys, the Australian guys, are a bit more rushed. These guys just took their time, they made their punches and kicks count, and they've worked each other out.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. What a round. Round number one, was it? Matt Stevens, I think he's playing the game right. He started off hard and fast, got right in Payak Samui's face and did some big damage there with the punches. Look, I think coming into the second round, it's got to be more of the same from Matt Stevens. Push the pace on the veteran, keep working that inside leg. He's had success with that, and try and negate that left kick of Payak Samui, because that thing is on an absolute laser beam tonight, and it's found the mark more than once, Gino.
Yeah, spot on. This is a great start to our main event here tonight. It's been a fantastic night. Great to have you on board with us. And I'm telling you now, it's just going to pick up in gear from here. We're going to see a real title fight. This is something that we've been looking forward to all night, and so far it's worked out well in the first round.
Yeah, mate, and the crowd, every bum is still on the seat here, and they've been right behind the action the whole night through. And why wouldn't you? What a cracker main event put on by Spartans Cup Challenge.
Spartan Cup Championship 19, your main event here for the SCC Australian Super Welterweight title, brought to you by Chemist Warehouse. We're about to step into round two, a fantastic first round there in our full Thai rules main event.
Matt Stevens standing up to receive his instructions. Look, no one's ever referred to me as the package. What a fight name. And he's coming. Tip-top neck has the 33-year-old. Payak Samui, we've got 29 years here on the fat sheet. I reckon he might be bending the time-space continuum. He's been around a long time, old Payak. He's limbering up on the ropes, and as this fight wears on, Payak will start to get his iron, start to find his range. See the body of Stevens showing some wear and tear from the big kicks of the Thai. Digs to the liver, comes up and over the top with the right kick, but not a real good connection. Hard low kick from Matt Stevens, and Samui returns favour, just cashing that receipt. Stevens is measuring with the jab, trying to find a home for his next strike, and he goes to the breadbasket with a stiff shot to the liver. Nice little fade back there, and a right uppercut from Stevens. The heads come together hard right there in front of us. That was a big clash.
Yeah, a little clash of heads there, you're right, man. And it doesn't take much either. Once you're going for that clinch, a little mistake can happen, and that clash of the heads can actually send you a little bit funny, but both men seem to just shake it off. And now going back to lining up in the centre of the ring.
Yeah, look, I don't think it will bother Payak Samui too much. He's actually a former left-weight competitor, which is the sport fought out of Myanmar where headbutts are allowed. So no stranger to go and skull to skull with another man, as we see some good work there from Payak Samui. That's a big moment there from Payak. I think as he starts to figure out how he's going to play this title fight, as he gets his first look at Stevens in the second, I think the clinch might be a good option for him. He doesn't mind a bit of biffo, but if he can get in there and just weigh on the arms of Matt Stevens, maybe sucks out of saps under that energy out of the big muscles of Stevens' socks arm, the stabbing right elbow. Tries to pierce the skull of the South Australian, Gino.
Yeah, great counter there by Samui with that elbow. Fantastic work there, showing his experience. 127 fights all up. This is his 128. He's definitely got the experience behind him as he takes down Stevens there.
Yeah, and that's perfectly legal in Thai. If you do it in the same motion, there's the opportunity to try and clean them up with the knee. And lucky for Matt Stevens, that one just glanced by. Payak Samui starting to walk him down now, trying to get Stevens on the back foot in round number 2. Left hook is a good connection from Samui. He's got the superior position in the clinch here with the left arm. Spins Stevens around and ends up on top. But as the pair fall to the ground, he missed the opportunity to land a knee. So good signs from Samui in the clinch, but look at that. Stevens just bends him back at the waist with a huge right hand. And Samui times the left knee. Right hand over the top from Samui. Not long to go now, dying seconds in the second round. Matt Stevens spins his opponent around to sit down in the stool, and that was a good finish to round number 2 from Payak Samui, Gino.
Yeah, absolutely. Some great scoring points there by Stevens, but Samui again taking control of that round, and it was a nice little scoring opportunity as we have a look here at your second round in this title fight here tonight.
Yeah, both fighters had moments. And look at Samui, he's got the superior head position there, left arm locking Stevens in place and scored with a good knee. Stevens forced to break range from there, gets on the back foot, looking to jab on the back foot, but ate one of Payak Samui's right hand, nothing doing. Payak Samui, he found probably more success when he started to put pressure on Stevens, get him to fight off the back foot. Oh, look at that, the right knee just trying to send the sternum into the back row of the Whitehorse Club. We saw the boys in the clinch once more. Watch this little turn from Samui. They just fell down on top of Stevens, couldn't get the knee away. Good signs there from the blue corner in the clinch, but the ever dangerous punching and kicking game of Matt Stevens, the champion kickboxer, the champion Muay Thai fighter, the top dog at 70 kgs. Well, he's going to be ever dangerous as this fight wears on, Gino.
Yeah, absolutely. Both men have great pedigree here as we enter the third round, known as the championship round. It is the third of 5 rounds here in the 70-kilo super welterweight title, your main event, brought to you by Iron Lions Promotions here for the Spartans Cup Championship 19.
Absolutely. Short. Some Spartans in action today. The Spartans House of Champions team, chained by the Iron Lion himself, There's 11 out those ways. Make sure you get down. All classes are run by the former heavyweight kickboxing world champion himself. As round number 3, the money round about to get underway. It's Matthew Stevens in the red, and it's Payak Samui, the Thai from Western Australia, in the blue. Oh, left kick thunders home from Payak Samui. That was a good connection. When he finds his mark with that, there's a noticeable difference in the power of that left kick compared to that of Stevens. The left kick's such an important weapon of the Muay Thai fighter, and the narrower stance of Payak Samui as he fights off the back foot will allow him to get it up fast. Matt Stevens in a wider stance, allowing him to punch hard from a stronger base. There's a good jab from Matthew Stevens straight down the pipe.
Yeah, fantastic works by Stevens there. He did have the idea of that counter spinning back fist. Fortunately, wasn't able to land it, but came back with a couple nice jabs. And now just lining up Samui, just trying to find a little space if he can.
Samui trying to time the right hand of Matt Stevens with the left kick. Similar to what Hashimi was doing our co-main event versus Van Pollen. And there he goes. That's a great connection to the open side, which is it's the best way to attack a boxer as they come forward and try and uncork as they expose those ribs and extend the right hand. The ribs are exposed. Swing and a miss from Samui. Matt Stevens tries to go upstairs. Feet narrow and rhythm off the front step from Payak Samui. Fancies himself now. You can see a wry smile across his face now, Gino. He's growing in confidence coming into midway in the third.
Yeah, as you said, the gear's going to kick in now for Samui. He's warmed up, he's ready to go. Feels like he's worked out Stevens. Stevens, though, still sticking to his game plan, staying confident, staying upright.
Yeah, certainly, and another kick scores to the body from Payak Samui. Matt Stevens, it's a big low kick there. He wasn't after the sweep, he was kicking low on the leg, but the kick that he caught still scores against the ribs, potentially neutralising that exchange between the two. How the judges perceive it, well, that will be told come the end of the fifth and final. If we do get that far, left kick thunders home from Payak Samui. Look, that's dropped the right hand of Stevens. He's protecting those ribs now, but just clips Payak Samui, who stumbled to the mat. It's ruled it a bit of a loss of balance. Digs to the body now. Matt Stevens starting to step up the pace. Right kick connects, left from Payak Samui. Look at the right hand now, Gino, of Matt Stevens. It's dropped to protect the ribs. It's taking some real damage to that flank.
Yeah, those body kicks are starting to pay off now as the 10 seconds left. He's got another big one, though, echoed throughout the Whitehorse.
Mate,
incredible work.
That was sickening, that one. That was a huge left kick. And look at the ribs of Matt Stevens. Oh, my goodness. They're every colour under the rainbow other than what they should be. Mate, that was a thunderous kick, and probably for mine the biggest moment of the round. Spin and a miss from Matthew Stevens. Payak Samui's just about seen everything under the sun for on. Spinning back fist, no stranger to. And Stevens tried to attack the back leg a couple of times, and the standing leg of Payak Samui. That was a good strong kick, trying to take the base of the tie. Left kick time and time again from the tie was on the money, and they're kicking at the wrist. Yeah, it's a loss of balance, so ruled correctly by our tie referee. Look, when Matt Stevens tries to parry that left kick across his body, he's still eating it hard to the body, and I feel now coming into the fourth round, mate, that side of Matt Stevens has to be in one hell of a state.
Yeah, that end of the round there for Samui, that kick there to the ribs really cost Stevens as we go into our fourth round here of your main event for Spartan Cup Championship 19. It's been a hell of a fight so far. We're seeing the gears change, and Samui has done some damage, but Stevens also keeping to his own here at this stage.
Yeah, such a smart customer as Matt Stevens, obviously a really accomplished in academia. He's standing there receiving instructions from his corner, even having a little laugh with them, so cool, calm and collected. I feel like the plan for Matt Stevens would be to start up high with the punches and start coming to the body on the second phase. Really try and let the hands go and maybe start stepping off to his left-hand side just to get away from that big kick of Samui. Round four's underway, Gino. Yeah,
absolutely. Stevens needs to protect that right-hand side. It is absolutely welted and even cut open at the moment. Samui's going to use that as a target now to attack that body throughout this fourth round.
Both fighters had a moment there. Left kick lands. Well, Samui Lamtua, it's called, and so did that one. I'm not sure if Matt Stevens has checked a kick to that side the whole fight. It's not a technique you often see a lot in kickboxing. They often parry it across the body and return fire with the big punches, but for the ties, it's such an important weapon. And again from Payak Samui, swing and a miss from Matt Stevens was a big one. Steps in now, Stevens just measuring, a little bit of razzle-dazzle, a little bit of Michael Flatley, bit of river dance. Yeah, looking to evade the left kick, trying to make Samui miss perhaps. Didn't miss on that occasion, neither did Matt Stevens, targeting the back leg of Payak. Right hand very low now from Stevens, trying to protect the ribs. Little moment, little standoff at high noon now between these two fighters. The stakes so high.
Now, okay, guys, keep doing my work, come on.
And Rook not a fan of the old Westerns, it would seem. Get another kick from the left leg from Samui. Swing the miss from the right. Stevens spins and connects. Trying to remove that liver of Payak Samui.
Samui focusing completely on that right-hand side in the jinkies of the ribs of Stevens. He's absolutely battered him, and Stevens has dropped that arm, like you said, back to protect it.
Interesting seeing now Stevens is starting to change up his posture and his stance a little bit. He's kind of broken away from that traditional Muay Thai stance he started with. Look at that left knee from Samui, straight to the liver. And again with the left leg. This is classic femur stuff off the back foot. Stevens finds the mark with the left hook, but the right hand behind it didn't connect. Left again. Stevens swings and misses. Double underhooks in the clinch, but not a great position to score because your arms are in the way, and Samui just rides that one out. Content to reset in the middle. Yeah, what adjustments can Stevens make? Trying to get up on his toes now, right hand low. Left hand tries to find the chin of Samui, just finds a bit of glove. Faking now, steps in, right hand to the body from Stevens. I'm wondering at what point will Samui start to go high with that left kick. Now he's found the body so many times, and now that he's dropped the right hand, will he look to go up Kung Call, the neck kick? That's another big round for the Thai. Matt Stevens and the South Australians with some work to do coming into the fifth. Thai veteran showing every bit of those 157 fights experience.
As we have a look here at that fourth round, and you even saw a couple of fake outs there by Samui, and Stevens quickly covered up that right-hand side and trying to get away from it. Samui knows he's got the opportunity here, and as you said, if he's focusing on that body, if he gets that high kick and Stevens doesn't read it properly, he can be all over in the fifth round.
Yeah, looky, as we see in the clinch there, Stevens just trying to press chest to chest, not really trying to score. He's trying to draw that left kick out of Samui, I feel, so he can counter him with the hands. The thing is, Samui's not really missing, is he? He keeps finding the mark, and when he does miss, he's quick to recover. Stevens electing to stand, still fit as anything, which is testament to his conditioning. Doing fantastic things out there at his home stable. But for the final time, our MC Art will announce the final round. And this one, the main event of the evening, brought to you by Chemist Warehouse, our major sponsors. What a tremendous support the sponsors have been all night, Gino.
Incredible support here for Spartan Cup Championship 19 as we go into your fifth and final round for the main event here. Stevens Samui for the Australian Super Welterweight title, sponsored by Chemist Warehouse. This will make or break it. You know what it is, Matt, for me, I don't feel like Stevens has had a bad fight. Samui's just been that much better throughout.
Come on, Sergeant, drop.
Yeah, look, it's like I said, Matt Stevens, he's fought a lot of Muay Thai, but the majority of his stuff's been kickboxing, and his path to victory is probably through the hands for such a veteran. And Samui is that left kick. He just doesn't need to deviate. Just needs to keep letting it go. Oh my goodness, that just thundered in. And Stevens, look at the side. Pick it up on those pitches right there when he lifts that arm. It's just all battered and bruised. Looking like a car crash. It's Matt Stevens. Left hand very low now too from Stevens. Faking off the front leg. Measures with the left hook. Wrong. Eggs the boys on. Left hook. Left kick lands again from Samui. He'll just back up slowly to the ropes here. And when he gets there, he'll narrow up his stance. And once again, try and find the left kick. And then he'll just move back to the next set of ropes, as he does here. Left kick lands. Stevens finds a home for the leg kick, though, on that occasion. He's taking some damage to the legs, has Samui. Stevens has had some success. Ducks it under the hand, and that's good with Thai. That's good work from the Thai. Good strong lock, good head position, and some big knees. Breaks the posture and exposes the back too. Huge moment in the 5th round for Payak Samui in the clinch. Stevens needs something big now.
Samui looking very comfortable now in the 5th and final round of this championship fight. Stevens needs to find something special quick, and he does it there with a nice little body blow.
That was a good read from Stevens. He noticed that Samui in their last exchange ducked out to his left when he threw his left hand. That time he faked it and tried to catch him with the lead uppercut. So still making downloads of data, Matt Stevens, and trying to make Samui pay for the smallest mistake. Faking off both hips now. Samui scores. Uppercut on the inside from Stevens. Good strong left knee. As I do some good work to get up out of my chair there and try and support.
Incredible movement there, Matt. You still got it, mate.
I don't know about that. I think I ripped my pants, Gino, to be honest, as Stevens looks to step back into the fray once more. What can the South Australian rustle up here in our main event this evening? Samui is just content to play off the back foot. He'll score with the left kick, tie him up in the clinch, and then reset. Oh, left kick goes high, up and over the top for Matt Stevens. Samui needs to be careful. That was lightning fast, a la Senshai. And 10 seconds left to go now on our main event. The Thai veteran is the man they call the package. Hands low from Matt Stevens. And she's all signed, sealed and delivered here tonight from the Whitehorse Club. Matt Stevens, tough as you like, took everything Samui could fire away at his body. The judges have a job to do, but I feel like the left kick of Payak Samui was enough to get the job done. I've been proved wrong before, Gino Gambino, as we look at some of the handiwork of these two. There's a right uppercut found home a couple of times for Stevens. The left kick from Samui, who was so good at just angling out, finding real estate behind him, but a little bit of space and time to eat up the clock, make the clock the enemy of his opponent. Some really good work in the clinch. And, you know, it's one of these things when you've got a mixed rule set fight card like tonight, where we've had K1, we've had boxing, we've had Muay Thai. How much time have these judges spent appreciating the intricacies and nuances of the Muay Thai game versus specialist expertise in K1? Well, we don't know, but one man who does is our MC for the evening. He's done a stupendous job, and that's Art, because he's got the results in front of him. The only man in the building you know so far, but we're about to find out as the two fighters come together in the middle to find out who's the winner of our main event of the evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, put your hands together for the package Stevens and Payak Samui. Look Chow Parang Tom. This was a 70 kilo SCC Australian Super Welterweight title bout, proudly brought to you by Chemist Warehouse. The judges' scorecard reads 49-46, 50-45, 50-45. The winner by unanimous points decision out of the red corner, Matthew the Package Stevens.
Yeah, look, I don't understand that one, I'll be honest. I usually will, congratulations to Matt Stevens. I don't see how you can score those rounds to Matt Stevens. Payak Samui and is in flabbergasted. But regardless, Matt Stevens has taken the biscuits here tonight in controversial circumstances, but the hard work's paid off. His work with the punches on the inside, perhaps, or the low kicks, I'm not too sure, but
once again,
new
a
champion
big
has
thank
been
you
crowned at
to
SEC,
Adrian and
the
Adelina
Australian
Veraki
Superweight
from
Titles
Chemist
of Man,
Warehouse,
or the name of the package.
sponsoring
Matt
our main
Stevens, well done
event
to him.
and this evening and helping us with the presentations of the awards.